listening to Radio August. Dark Nights with Poe and Monroe.
It's 5 o'clock and I'm Alice Monroe with your August update. August police are appealing for information following the murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw. Miss Shaw's body was discovered last night. Chief DuPont is calling the crime a violent and despicable act. Anyone with information about the murder is urged to get in touch via the department's confidential tip hotline. It's horrible, Poe.
Indeed it is.
You need to learn when to keep your mouth shut. You know why you're here, don't you? Then humor me, the dead girl, and this. What exactly were you thinking? You have one job. Don't get caught. Do you think you can do that this time? Splendid. You're going to a town called August. Find Chief DuPont. He's gonna think you're someone else. This person. This is who you are now. Understood? Splendid. If someone so much as sniffs that you're different, you'll be deprecated. Deprecated. We expect you to use your ability. Just don't get caught. And never, ever change into a child.
In brighter news, August resident Mia French is celebrating the return of her missing pooch, Barley. The 8-month-old Basset Hound puppy was found outside Daryl's Chicken and Ribs.
And that's 5 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
I'm Violet. Welcome to the guest house. There are some rules. In particular, no shoes in the guest house. The carpets are priceless. Now, how long are you staying for? That's fine. It's yours for as long as you want it. There's not been many visitors of late. Perhaps the murder will bring some tourists in. It's just you and some tarot readers at the moment. It's deathly quiet. Yes, the murder. You haven't spoken to the chief yet, have you? Chief DuPont. He's the one who booked the room for you. You look lost. You should probably go and speak to the chief. Your room is just down the hall, last on the left. It has its own back door. The chief said that's the way you'd like it.
Just finishing. You don't bleed? That sounded serious. You must have a serious job to do. Hi, I'm Bronwyn. Pleased to meet you, Sam. If you'd like a reading. That sounds super. I'm in room 1 and that's down the hall. Lorraine's in 2, Lexi's in 3. And which room are you in, Sam? Good. We're neighbours. Just knock if you need me.
A willingness or wish to reconnect with her family.
Good, you got my message. Chief Inspector DuPont. I wasn't sure you'd come, but I suppose you're between jobs? Well, we both know that's not true. But I like it. Sam, that's your cover now. So, the job. Dorota Shaw, 21, accomplished cellist, redhead. Strangled. I know who did it, but I need proof. It's for tarot readers. Because they predicted it. The older one, Bronwyn, she came into my office last night talking all crazy and saying Dorota was in trouble. I did my best not to lock her up. It all sounded crazy to me. Tarot, the spirit world, cards that move, trans-dimensional thingamajigs. To be honest, I thought she'd been smoking something. And that's why I didn't take it seriously. Because things, I don't have enough on her. That's where you come in. The free guest house stay isn't free. I need you to work the case and report back to me. Find out things from the inside. Can you do it? Okay. I'll be telling everyone that you've been hired by the Shaws because obviously local law enforcement is either too incompetent or too overworked to solve anything. That gives you a license to talk to people, but only notionally. Don't actually touch people or annoy them. You don't have any real authority, understand? But you help me out, I'll help you. Do I have to spell it out? I'll make your problem go away, or at least sink it to the bottom of a pile of paperwork. Your old town? A problem? Come and find me when you're settled. This is Second Chance Sunday for you, Sam. Don't blow it. What do you want to know? She was a cellist, selected for a scholarship at Juilliard. It was in the local paper. I'm more of a Bon Jovi fan myself. Don't read the paper, do you? Yesterday, Monday the 9th at approximately 9 p.m, according to the coroner, we got a call from the mother just after 10 p.m. In her bedroom. She was naked. Strangled. No signs of sexual activity of any kind. It was a weird scene to look at. There was one thing, but it's strictly between you and me. Dorota had a gold coin in her mouth. I'm being serious now, Sam. Not a word of this. It's the one thing only the killer would know. All here, runs the local guest house. Lovely lady. Where are you going with this, Sam? What's she told you? Look, if it's about the pills, I already know. They're as thick as thieves, covering for each other. Well, except the male one. You'll see what I mean. Obviously. Anyone who walks in, predicts a murder, then that murder happens? Suspicious. Not much. Perhaps you should do some investigating?
I assume you've been to see Chief DuPont already? Not really. I'm sure she was a precious lamb, though. Yes, a lamb. Young. Innocent. Lambs get slaughtered, though, don't they? Nice, yes, that's a good description. Actually, I thought she was a bit slutty, to be honest. Sorry. I'm gossiping. I don't want to talk ill of the dead. Ask her boyfriend. Oscar lives at the vicarage next to the church. Don't tell him I sent you, though. I'm sure he's sick of seeing people already. They're tarot readers. I'm thinking of asking them to leave, actually. Because they may have killed someone. It's not great for my reputation, is it? Stay at Violet's, the home of killers and hobos. It's not the first time I've harboured killers, Sam. I'm sure it won't be the last. It's the strangest thing. I honestly don't remember. But I imagine I was here or getting groceries somewhere. I've driven by it, never actually been in it. I take clozapine. I think they're for anxiety. I'm a very anxious person. I don't know, Dr. Sam, you tell me.
Sam, is it? I'm sensing you're not here for a reading. We saw it in the cards, not images, feelings, impressions. Tarot can be very powerful. Not these cards. They only tell us what they want us to know. Chief Dupont thinks I did it. I'm hoping you'll convince him otherwise. All I'm asking is that you dig a little deeper than the Chief. I had nothing to do with Dorota's death. We saw danger in the cards and we tried to stop it. Trust me, Sam, we're on the same team. In my room, reading, I found a trashy romance novel under the bed. I'm assuming it's Violet's. It's all swooning heroines and brooding vampire Casanovas. Thank God Lexi saved me. No, not at all. Lexi popped in and we chatted for a bit, but that's all.
You must be a new guest. Or you're burglaring us. I'm Rain, by the way. I heard you say earlier your name's Sam. You don't look like a Sam. I didn't know her. I know she was called Dorota Shaw. She was young, had red hair, a talented musician. No, not at all. You're completely barking up the wrong tree there. Sam, I don't have a motive for killing Dorota. Full stop. I'd have to be possessed to murder anything. Do you believe in possession, Sam? Oh, there's more than just one form of possession, Sam. It's just a blanket term. We did a reading. A group reading, actually. With a special tarot deck. The three of us get together and read the same cards. Bronwyn says it makes the whole thing stronger or more powerful or something. But I'm pretty sure I'd get the same answers just on my own. I was in my room. Praying, actually. I don't believe in God, but I was still praying. It didn't work. My prayer, that the girl would be safe. Mercury, it's not exactly from here. With a normal tarot deck, you'd have the question, so you'd be the querent. With Mercury, it gives you the question and the answer. Okay, fine. Your lack of interest is unbearable. Those cards have the real power, though. We just interpret it.
Hi. Sam, is it? Come on in, make yourself at home. Mi casa es su casa. Come on. I don't know anyone in this town, except for Bronwyn and Rain, obviously, and Violet, and the Chief, and now you. Sorry, I'm a bit nervous. Good old-fashioned fortune-telling. Well, kind of. We drew a card each and smushed them all together. Do you know what the most dangerous tarot card is? Everybody thinks that. It's such a cliche. The death card doesn't even mean death. Most of the time. The Five of Swords. I think so anyway. There's nothing more dangerous than someone taking whatever they want no matter the cost. Yeah, I did. Rain got the Knight of Wands, that's Dorota, and Bronwyn got the Ten of Swords, which is, well, you know, swords in general are bad. The cards told us to. Well, the cards of Rain. Tarot gives us a rough direction and he narrows it down with some astrological jiggery-pokery. He's basically a walking esoteric library. And if that sounds dull, let me reassure you, it is. No? Well, yeah. Well, no. We have a job to do. I didn't say job. I said job. Okay. We make a, cheese obelisk, a chob, and depending on the shape of that chob, we get different answers to questions. No, you don't. She's like my big sister, so pretty well. No. I was in my room all night with Bronwyn. We were, painting our nails. No, I mean, yeah, I've already cleaned it off.
Hi, Hi, I'm Chief DuPont.
Who knows whether you've made the right decision or not, Claude?
How's Bronwyn been?
Overly nice. She's covering her tracks well if she has anything to hide.
What was it I asked you to do again?
You just told me to report back to you if I noticed anything suspicious. Good grief, Claude. You're a bit young to be losing your marbles already.
What were you doing last night?
Claude, we've been through this. I honestly don't remember. I checked my diary and there's no entry, so I was probably here, as always.
How can you not remember, Violet?
I don't know. Which is exactly what I said in my statement. Don't try and get me to contradict myself.
Chief DuPont, what a pleasant surprise. I think we've covered just about everything twice over, but if you think I'm hiding something...
Who are you really, Bronwyn Castle?
Does it bother you, Chief DuPont, knowing there are things in this world that aren't black and white? You don't know what to file me under, and that makes you uncomfortable. Or perhaps You've already made up your mind about me. Why don't you tell me who you think I am?
You're a con artist.
I haven't asked anyone for a penny.
Good evening, Chief Dupont.
Dorota's family, what does the tarot say about them?
I can do a reading if you want.
Yes. No.
Then I don't know.
Bronwyn never been arrested?
Not since I've met her. She's a lawful good type character, if you play D&D.
Lexi ever been in trouble with the police?
No. Not to my knowledge. She's sweet and innocent. Or haven't you picked up on that yet?
Oh, Chief Inspector, you gave me a shock. What is it? What have I done?
Why are you here in August?
Well, it's not for the nightlife, I can tell you that. This is where the cards told us to go. I guess you could call it destiny.
Do you know anyone here?
No, I can honestly swear I don't know any Augustives? Augustonians? Augustins until we got here.
Tell me about Bronwyn.
She's an Aquarius, her favourite colour is green. What else do you need to know?
Is she your leader?
Leader? This isn't a cult. She looks after me and Rain, makes sure we eat healthy and brush our teeth. Nothing. I mean, I was here all night. The scouts on her. Bron can vouch for me.
Find somewhere safe to transition. You're not a superhero.
Hello, I'm Violet. I'm Violet.
You don't trust me, do you, Violet? Is it because I read tarot? Why don't you let me pull a card for you?
No, thank you.
Okay.
Did you sleep well last night?
Yes, thank you.
I didn't see you yesterday evening.
I stayed in my room. You can ask Lexi. That reminds me, I think I found a book of yours. It's called He Came Through the Shadows.
What makes you think it's mine?
Your name's written on the inside cover.
Mrs. Gallagher, an unexpected pleasure.
How long are you planning to be here?
In town? I really don't know. Until the tarot tells us to leave. Or you kick us out, obviously.
How did you know Dorota was going to die?
We didn't know she was definitely going to die. Only that she was definitely in danger of dying. Tarot cards can tell you a lot when you know what you're looking for.
Hello, Violet. Is everything okay? Ignore the mess. I was just going to tidy it up.
Did you have a pleasant evening last night?
Great, thanks. The room's really lovely.
I didn't see you around yesterday evening.
I stayed here. I was playing solitaire with Bronwyn.
Isn't solitaire for one player?
Yeah, I was playing and she was scoring.
Hi, I'm Bronwyn. I'm Bronwyn.
Is there something I can help with, Miss Castle?
I hope we're not being too much trouble.
It's very brave of you to tell the chief that Dorota would be murdered and then stick around afterwards. I'd have run for sure.
Why would I run?
You're prime suspect, aren't you? You look strong enough to strangle another woman. Even if you're innocent, a jury would probably convict you.
Even if I'm innocent?
My mind's not made up. I just don't understand why you'd broadcast your victim before you did it.
Bron, something doesn't feel right. I don't know what exactly, but it's not right.
Thoughts on Dorota?
Well, it's hard to say with just one victim. Musical talent, red hair. If there's another, there will be a pattern. Do you think it's another right?
A right?
As in the same thing we were chasing after in Birmingham? I suppose it doesn't really matter. Just have to try and stop it.
Stop it?
Yes, stop it. If it's a traveller killing things. If it follows the same pattern as Birmingham, we're looking at 2 more victims.
Ron, are you okay?
I'm not okay.
Well, if you're worried, I should be worried. Why are you worried? Should I be worried?
Are you worried?
Only if you are. This could go on in circles for a while. Let's just keep cool and stay in our rooms.
Hello, I'm Rain. I'm Rain. Okay.
Have you met the new detective yet? We're basically under 24-hour surveillance now.
Do you think Sam's onto us?
Onto what exactly?
Our role in the murder.
We just predicted murder. It's a prophecy, not a to-do list. I don't want to look like we're hiding something, but at the same time...
We're hiding something?
We're being cautious. We said one thing to the chief and look where that got us now. I don't think August is ready for any more strange.
Rain, I'm so worried about Bronwyn. What are we going to do?
Why are you worried about Bronwyn?
The chief thinks she killed Dorota. Hi, I'm Lexi. I'm Lexi.
Hello, Lexi. What can I do for you?
The police want alibis from everyone for last night.
Well, I don't have one. I literally can't remember what I was doing.
What's up, Lexi? I'm sensing something's on your mind.
I'm worried about our alibi.
Don't worry about that. We don't have anything to hide. You're just fine.
Do you think Sam suspects?
Maybe. But it'll be difficult to prove.
Something's weird, isn't it? Bron seems strange today.
How are you?
Do you think Bronwyn might get falsely imprisoned. It happens all the time.
Are you looking to take over?
No. I'm just worried.
It's 6 o'clock and you're listening to Radio August. Police investigating the murder of Dorota Shaw are appealing to the community to help catch her killer. The body of 21-year-old Miss Shaw, an accomplished cellist, was found in her home last night. Police are describing the murder as a violent and despicable act. Monroe?
It's just terrible. Meanwhile, out of respect for the victim and her family, this weekend's Tulip Festival has been postponed. New dates will be announced shortly, so do stay tuned to Radio August for updates.
I heard Dorota Shaw was due to play this weekend.
At the Tulip Festival?
Indeed. I understand why they'd want to postpone it. Tonight the weather will be mostly dry and warm, but be on the lookout for dark clouds on the horizon, as there may be scattered showers. Best take an umbrella, Monroe, so you don't get wet.
I like getting wet. That's 6 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
Who are you? Right, because the local police are so rubbish. It's been a day, a whole day. It's typical of them. Not long, a couple of months maybe. We did care for each other. No? Why? Chief DuPont said there was no signs of anything like that. Not much. They always seemed happy to see me. I don't think they meant it. They wanted Dorota to focus on her music. Yeah, I went round there in the afternoon. Her parents were at work, and we were, you know, hanging out. I left at about 5. Playing football. It was just 5-a-side. Finished at about 9:30. I called her, but she never picked up. What, you mean watching us? That's disturbing. No, it couldn't have been. The only place he could have hidden would be in the closet, and I suppose someone could have hidden in the closet. Not hidden. Well, she liked it. Liked me to watch. Not other guys. Just, she had these, you know, voyeur fantasies. She'd ask me to hide in the upstairs closet. And then she'd walk in and strip off. Start touching herself. She got upset if I came out before she'd finished. I'm sorry, is this helping with the investigation? Clothes, mainly. I did see something that freaked me out a bit. She had a wedding dress in there. She knew I'd seen it, but we never talked about it. Not even as a joke.
Any more news on Oscar Wainwright? Yep, that's what he told me too. Not a suspect. Just the tarot readers. No one else is remotely suspicious compared to them. Dorota's an only child. She lived with her mum and dad. Monday night was movie night, so they'd go and watch the 8 o'clock at the Odeon. Dorota would get the house to herself. They're devastated, naturally. They left town to stay with relatives. You didn't do it, Sam. Well, perhaps I should have made them stay. Rain says he was praying in his room, alone. Nobody corroborates. Bronwyn and Lexi say they were in the same room last night. Shame they can't agree which one. The tarot readers mentioned Birmingham. You're looking into it. There's some talk about a traveller. whatever that is. Oscar's not a suspect. He was playing football last night with lots of witnesses. According to Oscar, Dorota had a wedding dress in her closet, which is strange. Violet says she doesn't remember last night, but I've got that in hand. That's it.
She flaunts herself. Her body. Her boudoir photographs taken. Who do you think those photos were for, Sam? Her mother? Ask Zach Weston. He took them. Zach's the local photographer. You should go and talk to him, Sam. You're good at talking. At Weston's photographic? Off the high road? It's late, but he's always there. I have a good memory. I'm still holding grudges from when I was 4. Vicar's son? No, as far as I can tell, Oscar is a good boy. But we've all got different faces now, haven't we, Sam? The masks we wear. I could be a satanic cultist behind closed doors, but you'd never know, would you, Sam?
Yes, he came to see me. He wanted to know that she was okay, spiritually speaking. He confided in me quite a bit, actually. He seemed to appreciate having someone to talk to, and he knew I couldn't tell anyone what he said. You should talk to him yourself. He's a lovely lad. Oh, she gets easily confused. Youth of today. Fine. Jeeve Dupont was breathing down her neck, so we thought it would be simpler if we stuck together. If these walls weren't separating our rooms, then technically it'd be true. To protect Lexi. None of this is her fault, and she gets anxious easily. I was just trying to take the pressure off. I'm sorry, Sam. I never usually lie. Rain's a big boy, he can handle himself. Besides, I'd be highly suspicious if Rain claimed to be doing anything else other than reading on a Monday night. That's pretty much all he does every night.
Sam, what can I do for you? Birmingham. We couldn't save anyone there either. The problem with travellers is... Well, let's put a pin in this one, Sam. Let me ask Bronwyn. If she says it's okay to talk about it, it's okay to talk about it. We didn't. Lexi used a Ouija board to get the name. It kinda did. It's hard getting an exact name out of 78 cards, but considering we'd never heard of Dorota Shaw, it painted a pretty good picture otherwise. No. Lexi needs to give it context from the tarot reading. A lot of the time it comes up with nothing. Or a sordid comment directed at Lexi. I think that's why she keeps using it, to be honest. We're trying to save people. I said we're trying. We have a gift. We have Mercury, the tarot. It tells us where bad things are going to happen, and we try and stop them. once we thought there was going to be a murder, Lexi used the Ouija board to find out the victim's name. It spelled out Dorota. Just... This is going to sound weird. Most people believe Ouija boards contact the dead. So if Lexi contacts a dead person, that person needs to know what happens in the future. Ergo, maybe the person she's contacting is from the future. A time traveller who died here. Yes. Well, not just time travel, time and space travel is also possible. If we accept the fact there are multiple realities, we must also accept there are others like us who found a way to travel between these realities.
Hi Sam, back for more already? Oh, it's just your run-of-the-mill spirit communication device. Want to know how it works? Cool, okay. So Ouija boards send us messages from the spirit world, right? But where is the spirit world? I mean, there's planets and stars and space. The spirit world must be really far away beyond all that. We're so far to travel, messages from the spirit world must take ages to get here. Like how light from the sun takes 8 minutes or something to reach us. You still with me? Oh, you're sweet. Where was I? Oh, so here's my point. The spirit world is actually several hours ahead of us. That's how we get messages about things that haven't happened yet. That's how we got Dorota's name. Because in the spirit world, she was already dead. I know, mind-blowing. No, I think Bronwyn met him though. You'd have to ask her, or him. It's not my place to say. Traveller? That's a really old role-playing game, isn't it? Oh, did he now? Well then, you know what I know. I guess you must be a part of our inner circle. How does it feel? I didn't. How did you find out? Am I in trouble? Ron was worried about me not having an alibi. She was logged in doing phone readings, so she's alright. But there's nothing to prove that I was here. I was though, cross my heart and hope to die.
It's 7 o'clock, and here's the latest August update. Chief DuPont of August Police is urging residents to be vigilant tonight following the brutal murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw. Whilst he stresses there is no immediate threat to the community at large, residents should be on the lookout until the killer is in police custody. Miss Shaw was found strangled in her bedroom home last night. Poe, I heard she was found by her mother.
Truly awful. Mother caught me up to all sorts of mischief in my bedroom. Also in the news, emergency services were called to the crossroads at Grange Avenue and Church Street following a collision between two cars. There are no reports of any serious injuries, but you might want to take a different route for now.
Oh no. It's going to be one of those nights, Poe.
Stay with me, doll. I'll keep you safe.
I'm not going anywhere. That's 7 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
Sorry, we're closed. Come back tomorrow or make an appointment online. Yes. What do you want? The Shores. Oh. You mean that girl who got killed? What was her name? Dorothy? I see a lot of faces in my studio, but I'm not good with names. Wait. Dorota, I remember now. For the August Chronicle, she won some sort of award. I remember her cello. It kept reflecting the flash and ruining the shot. No, I went to her house, along with the reporter. It's better with these human interest stories to capture them in a natural habitat. If you ask me to drive there without my sat-nav, no. No, actually, I've been running a special offer on portraits since she came in for a studio session. Wait there. As you can see, there's photos here. Her on the cello. Now this one's in colour. Beautiful hair. Oh, legs wrapped around. Another one here. Oh, hang on. Do you see what I see? Nothing else? Just a dead girl who looks alive. That's the power of photography. It preserves us forever like butterflies under a glass. What do you mean? Violet needs to mind her own business. I didn't want to mention them out of respect for the dead. You've heard of boudoir photography. Dorota saw my boudoir set and asked me to take some shots. It's all very tasteful. A lot of women have them done as gifts for their husbands or boyfriends or girlfriends, I suppose. She didn't say. Her boyfriend, I assume. Friends, yes. I know Violet very well. Violet takes it very well, actually. I like him like that. With a frosty exterior comes a soft, warm center. I'm sorry my analogy wasn't explicit enough for you. Yes, we have sex. Here. I'm usually here most nights. Only the roof rats.
No? Who's that? Okay, so this Zach guy was connected to Dorota. Took pictures of her. Were they sleeping together? You can tell me if she was. I don't care. Look, I mean, if you're going around asking all these questions, if you find out anything like that, I want you to tell me. Thanks, Sam. Don't let me mourn if I shouldn't. Who what? Boudoir photos? She sent some private photos to me by phone. Do you mean them? Yeah, I'll put them in an album for you. No.
If you have anything else on Zach Weston, let me know. And I'm all for a good boudoir picture, but who are they for? There's definitely a strong connection between those two then. Well, unless they were for Oscar, I don't know. Unless there's someone else about to come out of the woodwork. That's what he says, but no one can back him up. He's on my radar now. I think you're supposed to tell me that. If he was taking photos of Dorota, maybe he fell for her? And the feeling wasn't mutual. Artists have muses, apparently. Wish I had one.
Do we really have to? How vulgar. Yes, I suppose that is what he'd say. But I've never let him lay a finger on me. He says we're in a relationship, but he doesn't act like it. He thinks he's irresistible to women. No.
Sam, look, I can't talk right now. I'm doing phone readings. Gotta pay for a job somehow. Lexi's locked in till 8 too. I can sort you out afterwards, yeah?
We've got to stop meeting like this. Seriously though, Sam, I'm working. Can't it wait? Just give me to 8, okay?
Fine, Sam. Birmingham. Mercury took us to Birmingham. We didn't know what for. We never really know what for. But we turned up. It started with a girl, Ginny. She was South African. I only mention it because that was its thing. Yeah. We didn't know at the time, but in hindsight, it was after South African girls. 3 to be exact. The Traveller wanted 3. You should ask Bronwyn. She's the one that knows about rights. I just know it normally involves 3, and all 3 share a common attribute. I guess you might call them demons, in as much as they can get inside us. They come from other worlds. Kind of, yeah. Quantum physics is real, didn't you know? There are many universes. In technical terms, a traveller is a trans-dimensional being far more superior to us, in as much as they can choose which reality to hang out in. We just get this one. Yes, disturbingly. It's actually a lot more complicated than that. They choose a reality/universe where they actually evolve to become the person they're possessing. So they jump in a few million years before our timelines intersect. They can't just jump into someone. It takes a few hours for that. They make the decision before they travel, which is why we can catch them. Yes, probably. The tarot doesn't just sat-nav us to normal murders. I met him yesterday, doing the rounds, looking for reading work. Actually, oh no. He did mention the rota. He said there was this girl he was planning to meet up with. Said she was alone every Monday night because her parents go to the cinema. Do you know what that means? It was the road to shore. Hello, I'm Rain. I'm Rain.
Rain! I'm surprised to see you here. I take it you know about Dorota already. All that stuff we talked about yesterday, that's strictly between you and me.
What stuff?
That's the spirit. Now, I think it's best if we don't get caught speaking to each other. Overcautious, I'm sure, but I think it's for the best nonetheless. Maybe we can get together for a lad's night out after this is all blown over. Yeah?
Okay. No, thanks.
Don't be like that. I'm not the bad guy here, you'll see. Maybe some other time then.
You have a lovely guest house.
It is quaint, isn't it? It's all my parents had when they died. We're literally sitting in my inheritance.
How did your parents die?
Father died first. Heart attack. They found him in the freezer when Mother died. She had a pulmonary embolism. I didn't really talk to them much.
Freezer?
Yes, she kept him in the chest freezer because she didn't want to be alone. Stored him perfectly. Still use it today.
I'm Zach Weston. Just sharpening my powers of persuasion.
Zach, let me stop you there. You are one creepy fellow. Now, I don't know what you had going on with Dorota, but I don't want anything to do with it. Do not come back here. Please.
Hello, I'm Violet. I'm Violet.
Well, hello, gorgeous.
Did you hear about Dorota?
Everyone in town's heard. She's a local celebrity now.
Local celebrity? Were you sleeping with...
Violet? Of course not. I only have eyes for you.
That's not what I heard.
This again. I told you, I'm not seeing anyone else. I have gorgeous women in my studio all the time, but you're special. Not because you won't take off your clothes, I'm expecting that at some point. It's just, you're so clever and well educated. And the icing on the cake, you're the most beautiful woman I've ever met.
I came over last night, but you weren't here.
Well, that explains why there was no answer when I called you. I was definitely here.
It's 8 o'clock and time for another August update. Police investigating the death of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw have said there's no evidence to connect her boyfriend to the murder. Chief DuPont's statement was delivered in response to speculation from local residents that it was a crime of passion. Miss Shaw's strangled body was found by her mother around 10 p.m. last night in what the chief is calling a puzzling crime.
I can't believe people gossiping already, Poe.
It's always the person closest to the victim, isn't that what they say?
But that poor boy. A reminder also that due to the murder, this weekend's Tulip Festival has been postponed. New dates will be announced soon. The weather's getting worse tonight with heavy rain forecast. So if you're heading out, you might want to take a jacket. Or a cab.
Or wear the jacket in the cab. That's 8 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
Sam, I've got news. We've done a reading.
Five of Swords. That's the same card as yesterday.
Let's hope it's not the Knight of Wands. This doesn't look good.
It's fine. This happens all the time. There are 78 cards in the deck. The same ones come up a lot.
I get it, but we drew the exact same cards yesterday. What are the odds of pulling all three again?
1 in 474,552. I know. I get asked a lot.
Bet it's a Ten of Swords.
It's happening again. There's going to be another murder. Then Lexi did her thing, and now we have a name. Alice Munro.
You must be Sam. I just got off the phone with Chief DuPont. I can't believe it. First Dorota, now me. Yes, we were friends. I hadn't known her for long, only a few weeks. We met at the gala. I was hosting and she was playing the cello, you know? I guess we talked for a little while and then she asked me for a drink after the show. After we'd had a few drinks, she invited me back to her house. I thought we were just gonna chat, watch a movie, that sort of thing. Then she kissed me. I was so shocked. She was so attractive. So I kissed her back. Oscar, yeah. She was a bit confused. When we started seeing each other, she didn't like him touching her anymore. I didn't mind, but she did. So I told her if he wanted to get sexual, then maybe she should try something else. I said some guys like to watch, so tell him it would be sexy if he could look but he couldn't touch. As far as I know, it worked. She told Oscar to watch from her walk-in wardrobe. When he was at a safe distance, she put on a show. She faked it. She told me she faked it. But you'd know best. I don't think so. We were very discreet. It was more fun that way. This is just between us, right? We fooled around. I don't have many friends, Sam. Everyone thinks because I'm on the radio, I have tons of friends, so nobody ever approaches me. I get lonely. But Dorota was my friend, and I liked making her happy. Poe and Dorota, people I say hi to. I have thousands of followers and subscribers, and they keep me feeling warm when I'm down, but they're not friends. I do get the odd stalker, but that isn't something anyone wants. No. Sorry. I did have a strange dream last night, though. I was a Hollywood actress, and there were hundreds of magazines and newspapers all piling up on the red carpet, and they all had my picture on the front cover. But the red carpet wasn't carpet. It was a pool of blood, and it seeped through all the pages. Then I woke up. What do you think that means, Sam? REM sleep. So, you don't think dreams mean anything? Everyone has meaningful dreams, Sam. Everyone. Just don't hurt me. Or let me get hurt. Not very well. He's done a few shoots of me and Poe to promote the show. He's fine. He keeps asking me to pose for him, you know, without any clothes on. I always say no. We're co-hosts on the radio. Oh, sorry. You know that already. We've been partners for 2 years now. He's a good friend. He's on air at the moment, but he'll be finished at 8:30. On air? We both were. We broadcast live hourly news reports. It's how we keep our funding. Sam? You forgot your phone.
Monroe. Everyone knows her. She's a local radio star here. Couple of times, promo shoots, that sort of thing. Look, I know where you're going with this. Yes, I asked her if she'd do a boudoir session with me. She turned me down. No big deal. No, I got the photos that I needed anyway.
Sam, do me a favour, go easy on Violet. If we need to get anything out of her, let me deal with it. She'll open up to me.
Excellent work. Gold star for you. Oh, hello. This is my goddaughter, Sophia. She's only 9 and she's a maths genius.
Hello.
I have to pop to my room to get something. Be nice to her while I'm gone. Otherwise I might have to smother you in your sleep.
What's your name? I'm Sophia. Pleased to meet you. Do you want to know a secret? Violet was taken by aliens in their ship. Shh. She doesn't want anyone to know.
Sorry about that. Sophia, your mother will be here for you soon, so run along and wait. Now, Sam, how can I help you? Of course. Poe and Monroe. She's on the radio. Yes, I believe I did. She was here once for something. I don't remember now.
No. I can do a reading if you want. Well then, that's the end of my Zach Wiki. I've heard her on the radio, but other than that, I don't know anything about her. I want to help though. That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? Although we can be sure of one thing. Yeah, she sounded blonde on the radio, but Mercury called her as a redhead. A little bit. What did you want to know? A rite can take many forms, but from what we know about these travelers, it seems to be performing some kind of coming-of-age ceremony. Yes, a rite of passage. Running havoc in our dimension is rewarded in theirs. Not fair, is it? 3 is a powerful number. There's a divine balance to it in our universe anyway. But maybe it doesn't mean anything where the traveler's from. Maybe 3 is just the carry-on limit for interdimensional travel. Yes, of course. Anything. Why Violet? Do you think she's in danger? You don't think she's involved, do you? Leave it with me, I'll see what I can find out. And don't worry, I'll be super discreet.
Yes, I met her at the radio station. I was offering my services. Earning a living's tricky when you travel around as much as we do. And last time I checked, Violet wasn't offering us room and board for free. In Birmingham, it was a man called Yuri Harris. He worked as a butcher. He beheaded all 3 girls within hours of each other. And we couldn't stop it. He pleaded not guilty for reason of temporary insanity. The Butcher of Birmingham received 3 life sentences and won't be seeing the light of day anytime soon. We know it wasn't him, though. We know it was a traveller.
So what's the news about Ellis? I feel so useless sitting here. I want to help. Yes, please use me. Tell me what to do. Who's that? Is he a suspect? I guess he must be. Okay, I'm on the case. Just give me a minute to get ready and I'll be off.
You're only alive because we want you to be.
I'm Zach Weston. Just sharpening my powers of persuasion.
Zach, what are you doing here?
I've been a naughty boy. I need to tell my previous partners.
Good to know. I'm not one of them though, so unless there's anything else?
Pose for me. Let's sleep together.
Like I said when you asked me the first time, I have higher standards. You can go now.
I need to talk about Ellis Monroe.
What have you been doing with Ellis Monroe?
What haven't I been doing? What have you heard?
The tarot readers have predicted that she is the next victim. Do you think we should do something?
Want to fool around?
Is that really all you think about? It's starting to look like August has a serial killer targeting redheads. Look at my hair, Zach. Does this look red to you?
Hi, I'm Bronwyn. I'm Bronwyn. Do you believe Tara can predict things now?
I'm not one for mystics and crystal balls. I'm a Virgo.
It says you're lying about your alibi.
Oh, I suppose it has a 50-50 chance of getting it right.
Bron, what are we going to do about Ellis?
What would you do about Ellis?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking you.
Let's think. What have we tried before?
The few times we've caught up with the Traveller, nothing's worked.
Killing them.
That was an accident. And it worked. But we lost a real person too. We need to get them to leave, not kill them and the host.
Hi, I'm Lexi. I'm Lexi.
Lexicorn, how thin are these walls?
What do you mean the walls are thin?
I can hear you screaming at your Ouija board. Last night too. I feel like I've heard your whole life story.
What did you hear?
Does Sam like me? Is Violet a lesbian? Will Ellis die? Will Bronwyn die? That last one, don't worry about that.
Why not?
I'm gonna stick around until you're sick of the sight of me, alright? I'm not in any danger. Ellis is in danger. Sam's in danger.
Our job is so stressful.
Tell me about it. Chasing around the unknown, trying to triumph good over evil, generally standing around helpless watching people die.
Why don't we just quit?
And leave Bron on her own? Quite possibly to die? No. I'm locked in now, until the end. Whatever that may be. Hello, I'm Rain. I'm Rain. Okay.
What is it, Ray?
I have a plan.
You do? Enlighten me.
Maybe Ellis should stay with Chief Dupont.
With his track record, I'm pretty sure he'd like to lock Ellis up, you know, for safety. But it probably would break a couple of Geneva Conventions, even if it was for her own good.
Hi, Rain. Did you miss me while I was gone?
So, Ellis Munro.
I'm honestly not going to try and worry about this one. We've told Sam, and I think that's all we can do.
Really?
No, not really. I don't have many options. I'm asking everyone how I can help, so maybe I actually can help this time.
Who is Sophia?
You saw her, did you? She's my goddaughter, at that age where she overshares.
Is she a ghost?
What makes you say that, Rain? Is there something about her aura? She has a wicked imagination for her age. I was seeing and hearing things that weren't there. That's why I'm taking pills. I needed to confide in someone, so I told Chief Dupont. Just Chief Dupont. And now you, apparently. Why are you talking about this again? You understand, every time you mention abduction, it opens up a vault of crushing memories that I'd rather stay locked up. No. Not even the moon.
What do you know about it? She thinks she was abducted. Obviously, it's all fiction. Hi, Hi, I'm Chief DuPont.
Chief, what a surprise to see you. Again.
Why didn't you tell me Ellis was next?
I told you Dorota was first. And that didn't turn out very well, did it? Let's hope Sam does a better job than you did.
Chief, I wanted to ask you something. Am I still a suspect?
Yes.
But I was playing football, and there was loads of witnesses. How?
Everyone is a suspect.
It's ridiculous.
Is it about the boudoir photos?
Yeah. So it's true then?
I haven't seen them. I'm sorry.
I'm just in shock. All the time. How could she be so different? I just can't process it all.
Chief DuPont, thanks for calling in.
I'm just checking you're safe.
At the moment, my heart's beating 1,000 times a minute and I can't sit still. Every noise or knock on the door makes me jump out of my skin, and I keep looking behind me. Is that safe?
Have I ever let you down?
Yes, actually. Last year? With Dennis, remember?
Dennis? But you're still here.
No thanks to you. If Poe hadn't come back, then I'd still be tied up. God knows what he'd have done to me.
I'm Oscar. Is there anything else I can do?
Oscar, I'm so sorry. What can I do?
Were you seeing Dorota?
Oscar, it's so much more complicated than that.
Why didn't you save her?
I couldn't. I was live on air. I didn't know what was happening. Well, nobody knew what was happening. Don't make this my fault, Oscar. Please.
Oscar, good. You got my message. Got some things to show you.
What have you got?
Does, this mean anything to you?
That's Dorota.
And what if I showed you this?
Ellis Monroe.
Do you know her?
She's from the radio.
And if I do this? No? Anything?
What are you doing?
That'll be all. You can go now. Never heard them together before. Rhymes, doesn't it? Ellis visited me a few times, saying she had a stalker. You know, hid behind bins, took photos from his car, frequented the same supermarket she did. I didn't really think anything of it. She's a small-town celeb, he's a small-town celeb stalker. But I did learn one thing. That there's no such thing as a small stalker. His flat was a shrine to Ellis, and he'd somehow decided that sacrificing her would summon a demon that would do his bidding. By the time I got to Radio August, it was all over. Yes, Sam, he'd summoned a demon. I am that demon. You're saying? Unbelievable. No, I arrived too late, but fortunately Poe was there to save her. He hit Dennis over the head with something and set Ellis free. I've got it written up in a report somewhere, but it's one of those cases I try to keep quiet. That's out of respect for August's tourism, not covering up my own incompetence.
Hello, I'm Violet. I'm Violet.
Hello, lovely. Take a look at this. It's a picture of Dorota.
I don't want to see pictures of your conquests.
It's not like that. It's just a press photo. Do you see anything in it?
A girl holding a cello.
You don't see any movement? Just Dorota.
Hello, I'm Rain. I'm Rain. Okay.
Haven't you done enough predicting my death?
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'm just kidding. I know it's not your fault. Well, unless you're the killer.
Have you made a decision about the show?
I think it's a no. Sorry. It's just the reading that you gave me the other day. I don't want to scare off the audience.
Why would I scare off your listeners?
They don't want to hear talk of death and darkness. Well, they do, if it's in a story. But you can't tell them they're going to die.
I said you were going to die?
You didn't say you're going to die, just like that, but I remember the death card. And the devil. And you said it was... what was the word you used? My challenge. That I needed to die so I could be free from my chains. I know you said it doesn't mean literal death, but maybe it does.
Hi, I'm Lexi. I'm Lexi.
Sorry, we're closed. Unless you're here for something else.
I'm a friend of Dorota's.
Dorota. Sorry about what happened.
Dorota told me things about you.
Things? That's ominously vague. I'm not sure what you mean. Sorry, I didn't catch your name.
Lexi.
Lexi? I like it. It's got an edge.
You're dating Violet, aren't you?
No, we're just friends.
That's not what Violet thinks.
Violet doesn't always see things clearly. It's fine. I know how to handle her.
What do you mean, handle her?
I know how to talk to her. She's a sweetheart when you get to know her.
Dorota said she knew you.
Yeah, she had a portrait session with me. Can I get you a drink?
No thanks.
A little bit won't hurt.
I know what you did to Dorota.
I didn't do anything to Dorota.
You killed her. You seduced her.
You make it sound so sordid. Dorota didn't do anything she didn't want to.
Yeah, she asked for a sample reading to show what I could do. No, he didn't seem all that interested. It's a shame. He seems like a man with lots of interesting demons.
I'm Zach Weston. Just sharpening my powers of persuasion.
I think we should break up.
Why do you want to break up?
I don't love you.
But you will. One day. It's okay. I can wait. I don't really want to. About a month ago, the guest house was empty and I was alone in my bedroom. All I could hear was dripping. Cold tap. Drip. 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 And then it began. I could smell iron, a strong metallic smell. Then I could taste it on my tongue. And then weightlessness. Like time and space had stopped. That was the first time they took me. It's happened 5 times, even on clozapine. I get that strange aura, then I'm gone. I had tests for epilepsy, amongst other things. But all the scans were normal. No. I have certain flashbacks. It's difficult to explain. I'm stuck in the wall of an enormous room made from these wooden vines, except the vines slowly move and drip with pain. My head is pushed out like I'm a trophy. If I look to my side, there are others' heads, all prisoners, being experimented on. They rearrange us like decorations. Suck us backwards into the darkness and then thrust us back through the wall. And when they return me home, I'm broken. Cuts. Bruises. Memories.
It's 9 o'clock and you're listening to Radio August. Investigations into the murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw are continuing this evening. Miss Shaw was found dead in her home at approximately 10 p.m. last night in what police are describing as a puzzling case. Residents are urged to be cautious until the perpetrator is caught. I cannot stress this enough, August. Stay safe out there. You mean the world to me. In other news, Monroe has been detained on urgent business, so you're stuck with me until she returns. Never fear, Monroe fans. We still have lots of pre-recordings, so you can relax with her angelic tones. That's 9 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
You're the detective. Monroe just called. This is madness. Who would want to hurt her? You know, this town is fascinating. There's a lot more to it than meets the eye. Have you ever read up on the real history of August? The official story is that Mary August retired from a life on the high seas, found a nice spot here, and used her ill-gotten gains to establish a town. But that's not what really happened. It's true that Mary August was a pirate, but she didn't retire. Her ship was sunk on the rocks just off the coast. Mary and all of her crew sought refuge in a small fishing town, this one. They slaughtered everyone, men, women, and children, all dead and dismembered in their own homes. The bodies were dumped in a mass grave. Well, the body parts. And the pirates moved in. Yes, August was built on the blood of innocents. Kind of puts Dorota's murder into perspective, doesn't it? Only a madman. Or woman. Monroe is August's sweetheart. Poe and Monroe. That was her idea. Our show. We were just another local radio station before that. It was Monroe who decided we should have a theme. Dark Nights with Poe and Monroe. Don't tell me you haven't heard it, Detective. That's what the Free Radio Project is all about. Uniting August via the airwaves. Monroe's been delivering free radios anywhere people might want to listen. Doctor surgeries, hairdressers, the guest house. I believe she charmed the local electrical store into donating them, in exchange for free advertising, of course. Dennis Piper, or Victor, as he's now known, an over-affectionate fan that read one too many Lovecraft novels, tried to sacrifice Alice, would you believe? Lucky I was here to save her. Yes, Dennis became Victor and moved to Sweden under the Witness Protection Scheme. That's a whole other story I don't know about. We interviewed her about her scholarship not too long ago. Do you think whoever killed Dorota plans to kill Monroe? What makes you think she's in danger? Tarot? Does this have anything to do with the gentleman who stopped by? No, I didn't get his name, I'm afraid. He offered to do a spot on our show, doing tarot readings to answer listener questions. We said we'd think about it. We've worked together for years. She's the light to my shade, the angel to my demon, the diamond to my lump of coal. She told me to say all those things. I believe not. She has a big heart, and in my opinion, opens it too easily. On that note, I should probably get back to the booth. The show must go on. Death threats be damned. Look after Monroe, detective. She's the only Monroe I've got.
I delivered radios all over town. I don't think I should have bothered with some of them, though. I don't think... Violet, is it? I don't think Violet liked me very much. Maybe. I don't know why anyone would be threatened by me, though. I'm not interested in stealing anyone's man.
Probably right here. Why? I didn't realize I was under house arrest. Thanks for the advice. I hope I'm not the only suspect.
Hey, I'm going. There's too many people asking questions, it's exhausting. I'm off to stay at my aunt's. I'll come back tomorrow, but I've said everything I can say.
Sam, I've got some heavy rain news. Lawrence Petrovsky, that's his real name, and no, he's not a Russian spy. But he does have a criminal record. He was charged with the murder of a 21-year-old artist. Looks like he got off on a technicality by all accounts. About 3 months ago in Hong Kong. Be careful, Sam. If you're going to ask him about this, it could be a flight risk. And you know, there's a good chance he could be the killer. Door's behind you.
Oh, it's you. I was hoping it might be Zach. Yes, now I remember. It's the one in the hall. Sometimes cuts through the unbearable silence in this place. Not really. I expected her to be blonde for some reason. No. And I've got some very important news for him if he ever shows up. Yes. If he ever shows up. No. Oh, him, yes. I've heard him on the radio. Never met in real life, though. Are you mocking me, Sam? No, I have never met the man.
Sorry, Sam, what can I do for you? Yeah, I always cry around this time of night. What's the point, Sam, huh? If we can't save them. Mercury is a curse. It's like some tourist guide for murders. I try for Alexi and Rain to make them think that we can make a difference, make a change, but we haven't so far. What if we can't make a change? Maybe if we could just save one person, Sam. Alice. We need to save her. We need to. It rings a bell, but no. Sorry, Sam. Yes, she's definitely got a monkey on her back. I saw her get changed. She's got all these scars on her back in the shape of a monkey. Like they've been burned into her. What the hell happened to her, Sam? Yes, I managed to sneak a look at her laptop. She's been Googling Ellis Munro.
Honestly, you don't. Once they're caught, a few hours later, they've hopped timelines into someone else. We just keep chasing them, continuously trying to stop them ruining lives. Yes, but it kills the vessel too. So, you could have a traveler inside you right now, and if I killed you, you'd both be dead. I'm not sure. It's a lovely place. It has the third most high-rise buildings of any city in the world. So that's what this is about. Chief Dupont has finally dug up my old record. I am Lawrence Petrovsky. Victoria Cheng, a very good painter. I didn't kill her though. I was trying to save her. Hong Kong. It was our third encounter with a traveller. We'd managed to trap her on the roof of an apartment complex. Roughly translated, the building was called Flight, which was ironic. When the traveller realised we had it cornered, it tried to jump off. I managed to grab Victoria's ankle, but I couldn't hold on. Hong Kong being Hong Kong, there was about 37 tourists that filmed the whole thing. So to some people, it looked like I was dangling her over the edge of a building to meet her doom. I wasn't. I was trying to save her.
He's off the radio. I don't really know him. Actually, I'm glad you're here. I really, really want to do a reading for you right now. You know, to help. Great. Let me just draw 3 cards for you. I shuffled before you got here. Okay. Oh, the 2 of Cups. That's mysterious. Is there anyone you feel a spark of attraction to? Maybe someone you've met recently? The Lovers. I did not expect that. It seems this attraction has the potential to be life-changing, if you want it to be. And finally, the Knight of Cups. This card is about pursuing your heart's desire. I think it's time to tell that someone special how you really feel. Wow, what an interesting reading. Does it mean anything to you? You catch on quickly, don't you, Sam? It was weird. Zach thought he'd already met me. Why would that be, Sam? That's what I thought, although I'm sure he said my name. Anyway, I did find out one thing. He has a massive collection of books about serial killers. What's that about? Oh my god, who told you about Victoria? She died. Jumped off a building. We tried to save her. Well, Rain tried to save her. Sam, we need to save Ellis. Victoria's already gone. A who, what, Petrov's what? No. Should I?
find the whole subject fascinating. What makes them tick, nature or nurture? The FBI's behavioral science unit profiled your average serial killer as a white male in his late 20s. Not very progressive, is it?
I suppose it did look a bit like that on the video. He managed to grab her ankle as she went over, but he just didn't have the strength to hold her. Still, he kept pretty quiet about that, didn't he? How did they even get in that position, Sam? That's the question you should be asking. Sure, he tried to save her, but did he?
Thanks for trying to cheer me up. We chased her up onto a rooftop, and she jumped. Rain almost saved her, but he couldn't hold on. Chief DuPont dragged that up, I suppose. Now what's that supposed to mean? Of course he was trying to save her.
Oh, it's you. I was hoping it might be Zach. Yes. Should I be surprised you've seen it? Years ago, tattoos and piercings were frowned upon, but they're all in vogue now. Maybe branding scars will be in fashion too.
Don't confirm the existence of travelers. They're not ready.
I'm Zach Weston. Just sharpening my powers of persuasion.
Zach, the game is up. I think you should leave town.
What?
I know where you were last night. I followed you to Dorota's house. Well, I didn't know it was Dorota's house until we arrived. Call it women's intuition.
You were at Dorota's?
Don't change the subject. Sam and Dupont will put two and two together.
And then what?
And then they're going to arrest you. You weren't there long, I suppose, but then I guess it doesn't take you long, does it?
You were spying on me.
I followed you there, then back to the studio. You lied to the police. You lied to me. Done with you. We're finished. Don't come back here again.
I'm Poe, and this is your August update. August update.
John, I'm gonna be fine.
Hi, I'm Lexi. I'm Lexi.
It's going to be soon. Whatever happens to Alice, it will be soon.
How do you know it's going to be soon?
I can sense it. Are you not picking anything up, Lex? There's a traveller nearby.
No. How do you know all this?
Mescaline mainly. But I don't recommend you try it. Do you really want to hear this?
Yes?
At uni, I read a book by Aldous Huxley called The Doors of Perception. He takes mescaline and basically trips his balls off. And the party girl I used to be thought, yay. My experience wasn't anything like his, though. People looked like tiny rainbow outlines. And I would notice that some of them would just appear from nowhere. Those ones, the ones from nowhere, I think they're the travelers. They kind of merge into one person and suddenly there's only one outline. That's what I see. But you, no drugs for you, young lady. Tea and nothing else, all right?
So, aliens. Violet. What are we thinking, Lex?
Ray, why'd you pray for them?
Well, because right now, I can't think of anything else that would help.
Maybe try and get answers from the tarot?
The only tarot with real answers is Mercury, and Mercury asks the questions. So other than staring at it for the rest of the night, I'm out of ideas.
Violet and aliens?
Hasn't Bron told you? Violet said she was abducted by aliens, but not your usual stick me on a slab, call me grey type aliens. Aliens that decorate.
Decorating aliens?
Strange, isn't it? Why would an alien decorate? Perhaps an alien that's not an alien?
Why August?
I have no idea. August is basically our hellmouth.
Hi, I'm Bronwyn. I'm Bronwyn. What are you doing now?
I don't know. I don't want to lie about my alibi again, though. What should I do?
Log into Tarotism.
Good idea. I'll stay in my room, log in, and wait for you to give me the all clear. Then they'll know I'm not a suspect. You're the best.
What can we do to help Ellis?
Haven't we done enough? Not many people get to know when they're going to die, let alone get the chance to avoid it. We've given Ellis a huge advantage.
So what should we do?
Honestly, I don't know. All three of us should stick together though, so there's no confusion over our alibis this time. Hello, I'm Rain. I'm Rain.
Hey.
How's the Ouija?
Full of annoying voices that aren't helping me. I've only just got back from the photographer's place, so I haven't had a chance to go at it yet.
Say anything about me?
I didn't ask it about you. Do you think I should?
No.
Yeah, I probably don't want to know what the Ouija has to say about you.
It's getting closer, isn't it?
Do you think this John Pope is involved?
I doubt it. As far as I know, they're live on air a lot of the time, and not sure he could have nipped out, murdered Dorota, and made it back for the news at 10.
So it could be him then?
It could be anyone. It could be you, Ray.
What's getting closer?
The event. Whatever's going to happen to Ellis. I can feel it.
It's now 10 o'clock. Here's your August update. Investigations deepen into last night's murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw. Miss Shaw, a talented cellist who had recently been granted a place at Juilliard, was found strangled at her home last night. With the murderer still at large, Chief DuPont has urged residents to remain calm and stresses there is almost no chance of anyone else being harmed. Alice, if you're listening, let me know you're okay. In other news, a handful of August residents have reported seeing strange lights in the sky earlier this evening. The lights, which witnesses describe as searingly bright, were spotted over the east edge of town, past the fire station. Have you seen any strange lights? Or for that matter, little green men? Let me know. That's 10 o'clock with Poe.
August's gone crazy tonight. I've just got off the phone with someone who thinks they saw a UFO on one of the nights that Violet went missing. Aliens would be normal right now. Anyway, now you're here, it's time. What do you suggest we do with Ellis Monroe? Monroe's a local treasure around here, Sam. Don't let anything happen to her.
Sam, I'm not sure. Do you think you can stop someone from trying to kill me? That's all I needed to hear. Thanks for staying with me, Sam. I know it's dangerous. I don't know why you're here, but I'm glad you are. It's almost 10 o'clock, Sam. When's it gonna be over? You said Bronwyn will call when it's safe. Should we call them now? Or are we just supposed to wait? Shouldn't I stay with you? Isn't that why you're here? Okay. But I don't want to go far. I'll just be in the pantry. Let me know when it's safe.
Where's Ellis? Sam, where the hell is Ellis?
I'm here. I was just hiding. Sorry.
Ellis, thank God. I've been outside all the time, okay? Bronwyn Castle just called. She said the danger is over. They've done a new reading. There's another victim now. Look, Danny's outside. He's going to take you somewhere safe, okay? Sam, I think you should find out who the next victim's going to be. Then come and see me in my office.
It's 11 o'clock. I'm Poe, and this is your August update. Police investigating the murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw say they are getting closer to apprehending the killer. The death of Miss Shaw, who was found strangled at her home late last night, has sparked a massive police operation and caused alarm amongst August residents. Monroe has some personal business to attend to, but she sends you all her love and hopes to be back on the air tomorrow. And Monroe, if you can hear me, I'm sending my love out to you too. That's 11 o'clock with Poe.
Sam, I have some bad news. We've done a group reading, and it's you. I don't know, Sam. I don't know what to say. It's normally a death sentence, but with you, it might be different. I think you've interfered too much. That's why you're the next target. I've called Chief DuPont already. He's asked that you meet with him. You should go, Sam. Be careful.
Sam, it's almost midnight. You're still alive. This is a good thing, but no one's even attempted to kill you yet. You've given me a lot of evidence, enough to arrest someone. But who? Make the right decision, and you should be safe. If we don't, well, we've all got to sleep at some point. I can get someone to guard your room at the guest house, but it might not be enough. So, Sam, who should I arrest? During that whole thing with Ellis, the only people I couldn't keep track of were Rain, Zach, and Violet. I don't want to believe it's Violet, but that's why you're here. You're impartial. Out of those three names, who was with Dorota at the time of her murder, or who has an alibi that doesn't check out? This is on you, Sam. Just give me a name. Violet, are you sure? Fine, okay, I trust you, Sam. I just hope you know what you're doing. I'll get the paperwork drawn up, we'll get Violet in. See if we can't get a confession to something.
I'm sorry, that was in bad taste. Bronwyn asked me to check that you're okay, and you seem to be. Well done catching a killer, by the way. Well, hopefully you did. Scream if you need me.
It's 1 o'clock in the morning, and this is Poe with your August update. We don't normally have them at this time, but since there's a killer on the loose, I feel it's my duty to keep the radio station manned. I personally spoke with Chief DuPont earlier, and he thinks they're close to catching the killer. Until that happens, though, please lock your doors and stay inside. Remain vigilant. The light has faded, and so has my fortitude. I see things in shadows, behind doors and under desks. I hear the chattering of teeth and the glee of insects waiting to feed on me. The studio undulates like a heart that beats its last beats. I can't go on. I must to bed. Forgive me, Lady August. Forgive me.
Sam! It's you. All tied up in my photography studio. Sounds like we're going to have a great session. I must say, you're a bit of an idiot for not getting Chief DuPont to arrest me, but fortunately, choices matter. Now I have you in my studio. And no, before you ask, Violet doesn't know. She's far too sweet for all this killing. Oh, Sammy, you want the whole foot-long explanation. There's no time for that. Those women are sluts. Dorota with her naked legs wrapped around the cello. We all know what that's shorthand for. Preening and makeup, practically begging me to have sex with them. And then when the offer comes, their legs close together like oysters. They're all whores, Sam. We're just haggling over the price. Not just that. That's the reason the police would go after. No. Those pictures I took of them. I saw things in them you shouldn't see. Flashes of death and gluttony. Hideously grotesque things. Those photos told me to kill them. I mean, I wouldn't kill any old whores. I'm not Jack the Ripper. I'm going to kill you, though.
can it be? How are you me? How are you...
Okay, I think I've got all that. You managed to get free, then you tied Zach up before calling us. What I want to know is what made him pass out. That bit doesn't sound very likely. I'm almost certain there's something you're not telling me, Sam. But I guess that's how you weave your magic. Get some rest, swing by tomorrow. Well done, Sam. You got the guy. Same time round, at least.
Hello, sleepyhead. I'm so glad to see you alive. There is no next victim. Zach is still locked up. He's being charged for murder. Travelers don't like being incarcerated, so they'll have jumped realities already. It's not something that a jury will believe. The shell they've left behind won't remember what they've done. And spend a life in prison. All we can do is try and stop the next one. Sam, come with us, please. We could really use someone like you and, well, just... will you? I thought you might say that. I'm going to miss you, Sam. We're all going to miss you. Are you sure I can't change your mind? Well, if you ever do change your mind, give me a call. My number's in your phone already. You shouldn't carelessly leave it lying around so much. Bye, Sam. For now.
Hey, sweet cheeks. You did good. Real good. You win. A Lexi hug. Sam, I'm just going to say it because you only live once and all that. Sam, I think I've fallen for you. That's it. That's all I wanted to say. It's out there now. We can get on with our lives. I see. Nice thing. Well, nothing ventured, nothing gained. Heart wants what it wants. Perhaps you should go for a while so I can have a little cry. I'll be okay though.
Sam, you're safe. Thank Christ. Sorry. I don't know where that came from. Yeah, I know. There's been a lot of death going around. Look, however this pans out, I just wanted to say thank you. Chief DuPont was going to screw everything, but you kept it all together. The riot was stopped. But there's tens, if not hundreds, going on all the time, so we got to keep going. I don't know if Bron asked in the end, but I hope you're coming with us. I really do.
I didn't think you'd leave without saying goodbye. People do horrible things to people every day. I'm just glad that someone like you are around to save us. I mean, everyone needs a little saving from time to time. Even me. Sam, you already did. That's why I'm here talking to you. And I won't forget it. Heroes don't always get on the news, but they always burn bright in the hearts of the people they save. You have an impact, Sam. Everyone does. They just forget. Keep saving people for me, you hear? Bye, Sam.
Sam, you did good. I thought you would. I mean, not that I've got a signed confession or anything. Yet. Apparently, they don't remember anything about the murders, but Bronwyn seems pretty convinced it's over. Well done. Sam, I don't know what you do or how you do it, but you get answers that most people can't. Can't have you work at the station for obvious reasons, but I do want to work with you. Sam, these are for you. It's a little office just next door to the laundrette in August. August, you're home now. We want you here. And I've stuck to my word. That problem you had, I buried it. The coroner's report is going to say the woman was dead when you arrived, not after. I don't personally believe in exorcism or anything like that, but over the last 24 hours, I'm starting to think things aren't as cut and dried as I'd like them to be. You're a good person, Sam. At least that's definitely how it looks from the outside.
I am Dorota. I am 21 years old. I love playing cello, and I just been awarded a scholarship to Juilliard. I just love cello. I love all string instruments, but cello is rich and deep and soothing, at least to me. No, cello is my hobby, but my real passion is... It's silly, it sounds silly. Well, I would like to build a time machine. I know. But it is possible. I think people make mistakes. They do things they regret and they say things they don't mean. I want to go back in time. I want to make better choices.
You know why you're here, don't you? Because you did well. And you know what happens when you do well? Augmentation. Congratulations, Agent 3.13. Welcome to 3.14. Debriefing 3204, Birmingham. Transmit. And we're ready. Are you human? Debrief complete. Agent ready. You can go.